Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein defended Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation as appropriate and independent a day after President Donald Trump blasted it yet again as a witch hunt. Rosenstein, who became overseer of Mueller's investigation into Russia's role in the 2016 election, whether the Trump campaign colluded with Moscow, and if the president himself obstructed the probe, is confident the public will have faith in its findings. "People are entitled to be frustrated. I can accept that," Rosenstein told the Wall Street Journal in an interview. "But at the end of the day, the public will have confidence that the cases we brought were warranted by the evidence and that it was an appropriate use of resources." He referenced comments he made in his confirmation hearing, where it was clear he would take charge of the probe if confirmed after Attorney General Jeff Sessions recused himself. "I committed I would ensure the investigation was appropriate and independent and reached the right result, whatever it may be," Rosenstein said. "I believe I have been faithful to that." He added, "I believe that our department and our office have been appropriately managing that investigation." He declined to speculate on when Mueller and his team will wrap up their work and present their findings. But they could be released soon after November's election, Bloomberg reported, under mounting political pressure to wrap up the probe or release the findings. Mueller is not required to release his findings to the public. The only person he has to give them to is his boss, Rosenstein. It's Rosenstein who would decide what gets released and to whom, to Congress, to the public, or some kind of combination of both. Share this article. Share the rare interview with Rosenstein took place in his conference room on the 4th floor of the Justice Department, the Journal noted. And it came after last month's week of turbulence, when no one was sure whether or not Rosenstein would stay on the job after he reportedly offered his resignation. Rosenstein's head was thought to be on the chopping block following a spate of negative press revolving around alleged plots to Secretary record President Trump and used the 25th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution as a lever to force him from office. The Deputy Attorney General denied any plot was in play. Ultimately, he and the president had a sit-down on Air Force One en route to a police chiefs convention in Tampa last week where peace was made and Rosenstein stayed employed. Trump has been a vocal critic of the Russia investigation, the Justice Department, its senior officials, and of the FBI. The president has long blasted Mueller's investigation as a witch hunt, including in a tweet Tuesday, where he referred to it as this whole scam, witch hunt. The president has also repeatedly slammed Sessions for recusing himself, leading to questions about whether the Attorney General will be on the job after November's election. If there is a new Attorney General soon, that person would likely take the reins on overseeing Mueller and his team. Rosenstein refused to discuss with the Wall Street Journal the time at the end of September when his future in the Trump administration was in doubt. "The president knows that I am prepared to do this job as long as he wants me to do this job," he said. "You serve at the pleasure of the president, and there's never been any ambiguity about that in my mind." Mueller's team has charged more than 24 Russian nationals over their roles in the 2016 campaign, including a dozen Russian intelligence agents accused of hacking the Democratic Party's email. Russia has denied it interfered in the election, but U.S. intelligence agencies claim Moscow meddled. Rosenstein said Trump, who was criticized himself for siding with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the matter before backtracking and saying he believed the U.S. intelligence agencies on Russia's role as supportive of his efforts. I have a solemn responsibility to make sure that cases like that are pursued and prosecuted, and I'm pleased the president has been supportive of that," Rosenstein said. Rosenstein, who has become a public figure thanks to his politically visible role, said he tries not to pay any heed to media coverage. "I try very hard to ignore media speculation about what we're doing and focus instead on what we're actually doing," Rosenstein said. "We sit down every day and we work toward the goals of the department and try to ignore the inevitable attention in the media.